Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or whatever good it is at the moment you're watching this What Culture. None of that made sense. It's me, Simon Miller, and you are about to get a new episode of Smackdown Ups and Downs thrown right in your face. And I know it's not National Hood Week anymore. Look how good this hood is. I can cover up my entire eyes if I wanted to. And as a little bit of info about me, I love hoods. I don't know why. I think wearing a hood in your living room or at home is really comfortable. Can't even see the camera right now, so I don't know what's going on. I'm going to readjust my hood. We're going to ups and downs. Well, SmackDown started really oddly, didn't it? But at least WWE did what I've been asking WWE to do. That was getting it up. We got Charlotte Flair and Ruby Riott in the ring, and all of a sudden they were like, oh yeah, we've got a title match at Fastlane. We better start bigging that up. So they started bigging that up. Ruby Riott said she thinks that Charlotte's been handed all her plaudits on a platter, and it's only because, you know, she's Ric Flair's daughter. And Charlotte was like, no. Because of that, I've had to work even harder. I've had to live up to the name of Flair. And that's really tough. And she's probably right, but that's the whole point, because Charlotte is the good guy and Riott is the bad guy. And yeah, it ain't Shakespeare, but it will do. And also the bit where Ruby Riott said that she started the Riott Squad to come back at Charlotte Flair. But that was gibberish, because that clearly wasn't true. You just started it because you thought one day, hey, why the hell not? We're all going to SmackDown. However, finally, the title had a focus. Charlotte and Ruby had a story, so this was all right. Hence why, at the start of this section, I gave it an up, and now we've got to the end of the section, it's still going to get an up. That's still only one up, even though I've said up lots of times. It did end well weirdly, though, because all of a sudden, as they were about to have a big fight, Bobby Roode came out. Now, Bobby Roode was there because he was about to do commentary for the next match. But what a strange way to end one segment and start another. Also, Charlotte was well pleased to see Bob Roode, so maybe they're going to do something there, or maybe it just ties into the Mixed Match Challenge, because I know they're a team. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't care. And that did mean after this, we segued into all the US title stuff, and I'm really sorry. I'm still not digging it. Down. For starters, Byron Saxton told us that he has sources that state that actually Randy Orton is annoyed he wasn't on the SmackDown top 10 list, especially because Bobby Roode is, and Bobby Roode hasn't been around in the WWE as long as Randy Orton. That is gibberish. That is a stupid storyline. I'm offended somebody even said it into my ear. Anyway, there was also a match going on in the ring between Randy Orton and Jinder Mahal, and eventually Bob Roode did distract Randy Orton, so Jinder Mahal got the wing, and to be fair to Mr. Roode, he only did that because Randy Orton had taken Jinder Mahal and thrown him into Roode, who was sat there doing commentary. And I guess we're going to get the match at Fastlane between Randy Orton and Bob Roode, and Jinder Mahal interrupt, which will then lead to the WrestleMania Triple Threat match, which will probably be Bob Roode versus Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal to match the IC Triple Threat match we've got on Raw. And as you can tell by my cadence and delivery, I really couldn't give two hoots about the US title picture at the moment. Another fine segment between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn followed this up, though. Getting it up. We just played off what happened last week when Sami Zayn reiterated to Kevin Owens that he will indeed lay down for him at Fastlane to allow Owens to become the WWE champ. And while Owens was a bit like, ooh, I don't really get this, he gave him a hug, and there's a lot of love in the air, but you could smell the angle. You could smell it. Then we had a selfie promo with awful on-screen graphics, courtesy of Baron Corbin. This was a down, because I hate these type of promos, and he just went on about the match at Fastlane, saying he's glad John Cena's in it, because he can get revenge on him after everything that happened at Money in the Bank. Great, Baron. Good for you. Now, what came next is hard for me as a segment, because while it was good here, in context it was stupid. So let's take it step by step. Nakamura's being interviewed, and he said he hopes AJ Styles wins at the pay-per-view, because at WrestleMania, he wants his one-on-one match with the champ so he can knee him in the face. And then who interrupted? That's right, Aiden English and Rusev. Now, English was selling his throat and he couldn't speak or sing because, of course, he did get kneed in the throat last week because of Shinsuke Nakamura. And Rusev was so mad about this, he said, listen, Nak, I want to fight you at Fastlane, and not only did the #1 contender accept, but he also said after he wins, it's going to become Nakamura Day, and he sang that. And he sounded just like Aiden English. This was really fun. It's getting it up. And it got even better after that because Rusev was completely perplexed and he was all like, you can't just make up a holiday. And his delivery was absolutely fantastic. However, why is the guy who is booked for a WWE title match at WrestleMania and who won the Royal Rumble and who's really over right now going against someone that is on the cusp of becoming super over and everybody loves? Who does that stir? Because you know Nakamura's going to win and Rusev's going to lose. So once again, we're taking Rusev Day, the best thing in the WWE, and we're just hammering it into the ground rather than give it the momentum it needs. And I get it, neither has anything to do on the pay-per-view, but this is a stupid match in terms of what you could do with both of these characters. down. And what happened next, you can tell I'm in a mood, was an absolute abomination and is proof that WWE needs to start planning things better. Down. We got Becky Lynch versus Carmella, and it was fine, and Becky Lynch eventually won with this disarmer. It was basically just there, although during this I did realise, oh yeah, Carmella still is Miss Money in the Bank. Completely forgot about that. Completely. But then we cut backstage and Natalya and Naomi were having a big argument about who had the most friends, and it got so heated that all of a sudden a tag team match was made for Fastlane, which will indeed be Becky Lynch and Naomi going against Carmella and Natalya. We could have done so much more with all of these women and planned it a lot better if we just had a bit of foresight, but instead we're picking them up and we're hurling them over there for something to do. And the only highlight with this is as I was making my notes, as I was watching Smackdown, my autocorrect did indeed turn Becky Lynch's name into Becky Lunch and Naomi into Napkin. So Lunch and Napkin, new badass tag team coming at you soon. And AJ Styles is out next, and I like everything AJ Styles does. Getting it up. He cut a cool promo where he responded to John Cena on Raw and basically said, listen John, you can take those words and stick them up your ass. He didn't say that, but his point was he doesn't want a triple threat match at Mania. He doesn't want Cena involved. He wants it to be Styles versus Nakamura. We all want it. He wants it. I want it. Hopefully we're going to get it. And I agree with him. Yeah, come on. And then Dolph Ziggler interrupted Styles, and apparently he's a heel now, even though I swear last week he was a face. And he basically said the Styles doesn't know what he's doing. Styles responded, said, yeah, well you've been here 13 years and you've never reached your potential. That's probably true. From here, this led into a whole sequence of things, so again, as always, let's take it step by step. Firstly, we did get the match between AJ Styles and Dolph Ziggler, and because AJ Styles and Dolph Ziggler are great wrestlers, this was a very fun match for around about 15 minutes, getting it up. At that point though, in ran Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and they started beating everybody up, so it did indeed end in a no contest. Shane McMahon then turned up and said, ha ha ha, I know all you guys think I'm gonna make a tag team match, but I'm not. And instead I'm going to have the Fatal 5-Way that originally was the main event of Fastlane, and I'm going to do it right now. And I sit there going, so you're basically giving me what I'm going to see in a few days, minus John Cena, right now. That's madness, down. Now this was awesome, so it is going to get an up, but it was also a bit sad because so many cool stories here that I think would have been better left for the pay-per-view on Sunday. Aside from the general flow of the thing being great, we had this cool thing where AJ Styles kept breaking up pinfalls, but ultimately, because there were too many people in the match, he couldn't keep up with it, and he lost. And that kind of ties into Sunday. We're like, oh no, what if AJ Styles loses without actually losing? Oh. And then we had the big blow-off between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, because after they teamed up for pretty much the whole match from nowhere, Zayn booted Owens in the head, he got the 1, 2, 3, and he won! He won! And I can kind of understand why you do that here and not at Fastlane, because in no world is Sami Zayn winning at Fastlane, but still, I kind of felt like we lost something a bit here. However, it was a very good Smackdown main event. Zayn then cut a promo basically saying he's the best person in the WWE and he's been overlooked for far too long, and that was that. Smackdown ended, and I imagine all the wrestlers drove on to whatever town they're going to next, because the world of wrestling never stops. So whether or not this was a good go-home episode for Fastlane, I don't know, but I will say this, the good bits I really liked, the bad bits I really hated, and I still cannot believe we're doing Rusev versus Nakamura at Fastlane. That ain't gonna help Rusev. What is going on with Rusev? He's either not on the show or he's being put in dumb positions. It really upsets me, especially because today is Rusev Day. Now don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know what you thought about last night's Smackdown. Like, share and subscribe. Then head over to whatculture.com, read articles, it's awesome, and follow What Culture on Twitter at What Culture WWE. Just do it, yeah! My name is Simon from What Culture. Thank you for joining me today, and I will see you soon.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe below, and if you're looking for more content like this, then try a few things that are floating about around my ears. It might be fun. I can't promise it though, but it might be.